so these are factory GM floor mats that have the Blazer insignia on the sides there. Obviously, these are not my interior color. I guess gray means black and black means gray. I don't know. But not a big deal because I have this. I've never used this type of spray paint. Apparently it's okay and it works, so we're gonna try it. What I'm gonna do is tape this off. I'm gonna tape around I'm gonna just outline all of these, the letters, and then I'm gonna give these 2 to 3 coats of this stuff. I've never used it, so I'm hoping for the best. If you guys don't see this clip, then you know I messed this up. But if you do see it, then it all worked out. And also for the back, I have to order the back carpet mats because my Blazer, when I bought it, only had one back rear carpet, which is like a very tiny little square of piece of carpet to go with this set. So I will order that as well. That's like another 10, 15 bucks. But I can find them new old stock, so I'll buy those. But yeah, we're gonna try and give these a coat of paint. And like I said, all of these accessories are brand new old stock, so these are brand new. Pretty cool, rare find. There's some part numbers on the back there, but it's a pretty neat find. So hopefully I can get this to come out right. Okay, and here is another piece to this accessory. These are nothing special. These are just the rear mats. If you guys recall, the second Blazer video that I made, it had just one of these rear mats. It didn't have the other one, so I just chucked it because it had like rubber mats and stuff that I kept. But I got these. These were like 13 bucks because they were just a new old stock at some dealer. Called them, had them send them to my dealer, paid for them, and now they're mine. But the reason why I got these is to match my front set. And I can match the colors, obviously, because I'm painting the fronts, which kind of sucks. But I'll be able to put this next to the mat and be able to match how dark to actually make it. So these are just going to be in the back. There's no font or anything, but they will match the front because they are carpet GM matte. So yeah, again, nothing special, but I can have a full set and I'll be able to match the color to the painted ones that I'm painting. So anywho, just figured I'd add this in as a little filler clip. And you're gonna have to excuse me for the wind noise. The last thing was for these carpet floor mats here. These we painted, well, I should say we dyed them. They don't look bad. The color is almost identical. To the naked eye, it's really close, but to the phone, you can kind of see it's a little off. That's a little darker. There's the driver's side. Again, it's never going to be perfect because these were not black from the factory when they dyed them. So from a rattle can paint job, that sounds weird to say for carpet, but it's actually not that bad. And then followed up with the backs here. These are nothing special. They're just OEM brand new carpet mats in the back. These are a spot-on match to the carpet, obviously, because they're from the factory, dyed like that. But anywho, there's the passenger side, and I'm gonna put these back on over top just to kind of preserve them. The end goal is to trash these mats here because they don't fit right, but end goal is to get WeatherTech liners for the winter time, and then run these in the summertime when you're not getting salt and snow and slush on them. And again, here's the the driver's side back, and then the driver's side front. The only thing that I don't know how I feel about yet is because, like I said, I had to tape these off to paint them because that's the color that they originally were, as you guys know. And I don't know, should I dye that if I dye it, then you're not going to be able to see the blazer that well. I just don't know. Sorry, my phone isn't focusing. I don't know. I don't really mind it, to be honest. Does it kind of go with the chrome door handles a little bit, but everything else is black on the interior, so I don't know 100%. Now, if you're sitting in here with the door shut, driving, if you will, and you look down, it doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. They still have to kind of fit to the carpet hump here, but again, not bad. I mean, it's a GM accessory. I just wish that they would have came black from the factory. I wouldn't even have to worry about that color difference, but again, it's not that bad. So will I ever dye them black? I don't know. I kind of wanted to say blazer. It doesn't really bother me personally. So anyway, that's just one last thing. Like I said, I want to get the WeatherTech black mats to run for the winter time and stuff, and just keep these as nice as I can, because they are accessory and you can't find them anywhere else. So, but for the meantime, we'll throw these back on over top, and we'll go from there. So that is the accessory for the floor mats. Onto the next accessory. I actually just want to mention this. I just went upstairs so I can take some pictures like this, so that you can see the paperwork with the mat. And I was looking, I'm like, oh, well, look at that. So if you would have gotten these black, they would have had just the standard blazer in this same whitish kind of gray, but this background wouldn't have been that color. So that, I mean, in all honesty, is very close if you look at it. So again, I don't know. I just kind of looked at that. Stuff is blowing all over the place. I just was looking at that, so it's close enough. But yeah, so from GM, they would have came that different color, just the background would have been, you know, obviously black. So I don't know, it's close enough. It'll do. It'll do. Okay, accessory number 2. The deflector package rear air. That's all it says. And the description: deflector package rear install is half an hour, paint to match. You're supposed to paint them. I've never seen one painted. This is it. It's not on the glass yet. I mean, it's just on there loosely. There's your part number and the year range. Pretty much, you can put them on any blazer that has the clamshell. So the glass goes up and the tailgate comes down, and that's it. It doesn't have the poppable glass and the liftable hatch. So, again, like I said, we needed a window. So here's the window. I got my stickers on it. And here is the air deflector rear package. It's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the Bravado wing. You can see the third brake light in there. Has this little like kind of cubby, which is nice. This thing's got some gnarly swirls. It was a new old stock. And it was missing the screws because the box came and the box was destroyed. Fortunately, this really wasn't. It was, again, swirled, but it had this. That's all it had, was this, and the brackets in the box. That's it. But fortunately, the screws, if you turn over here, this looks familiar, right? This was off of the black 98 Blazer, and it's the same setup. It's the same setup. It has a similar bracket like how this one does. Well, you're not going to really be able to see, but similar bracket in there. Why can you not see that? Lord. Sorry. Very similar bracket. See that in there? So I'm like, well, crap. I'll go to Home Depot and get some bolts. Well, obviously you get the wrong bolts, but then you take them off of this one, and they screw right in. So I'll just get some replacement. I'll take this screw in and match it, and then I'll just put them back into this anyway. So that's good that I still had this. Will I ever use this one? Probably not, but I'll just have it. Here's the instructions. Rear wind deflector, Jimmy Blazer 4-door. It tells you everything it's supposed to have. Mine didn't have that or the alcohol wipes, but it had everything else. And then it just goes step by step. Clean. I'm gonna summarize it. Clean it. Clean the glass. And then you want to insert these metal. Sorry, I'm using my foot to rest this one. Not a good idea. Then you insert these metal brackets into the plastic, and then you peel the tape on the plastic one. Again, I will go and show you once I get it on the car, but this is just a quick once over. Pretty much just peel the 3M tape that's under here on the plastic one, then you slide the metal one in, and then you put the diffuser or the air dam on, screw the screws in, that's it. Again, cut and dry. It's simple, but again, it's me having to piece this together with the screws. Like I said, I had to piece this together, so find the screws and then try and figure out these instructions because it's so vague. It's like, peel the tape, put the bracket on, put the spoiler on. Like, that's it. Wind deflector. Sorry, it's not a spoiler. God. I've had so many people be like, it's not technically a spoiler on an SUV because cars only have spoilers. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. But, it's got some gnarly swirls. I don't know if you can see that where the light is. See all the swirls? So that's going to be fun to polish. Or you could paint it. It would kind of be cool to get it painted, but I don't know. For now, I'm going to leave it in this kind of gloss because it goes with the window and all my other black trim. Maybe one day when I get all my other trim painted, like the mirrors and some other stuff, maybe I'll get this painted, but we'll see. So anyway, not tomorrow, maybe this weekend, I'll take the Bravado window off, put the stock window on without the spoiler so it'll look like this, and then do that, and we'll have a GM accessory spoiler, which it's going to sound crazy, but I kind of like this a little bit more than the Bravado wing, being that I'll be able to open my tailgate the whole way, and it's a GM accessory, so that's cool. It's not off of a Bravada. Piece matching. A lot of people do that, but anyway. And I can use the stock third brake light, which is a much longer brake light, because the Bravada brake light is like that big, as big as my hand, like from finger to finger. Granted, I have an LED in there, so it's super bright, but I don't know. We'll see how this looks. It is about the same size. It just looks more bulky. The Bravado one is like probably about that, like length-wise, and this one's that length, but same profile and same thickness. And as you see how it has a cutout for the roof rack? I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it has a cutout for the roof rack. So again, I'll be able to open the glass all the way instead of halfway. So okay, 6 minutes of rambling. Let's go ahead and see how this looks. Okay, so this, the tape that came on here from, I guess, 2002 or whenever this thing was assembled had dried up because I peeled back some of the red and put my thumb on there just to make sure that it was still good, and it did not stick to my thumb at all. So, this is what we're working with. I put tape up here, all of the contact spots. I would have put another strip in here, but I ran out, so I only did it on one other side. It should be fine. I have enough tape already. And then for the metal brackets, this will go in here like that, and this tape will hold that. So that's what we're working with. We're going to go ahead and try to mount this. Okay, and this one is all installed. looks pretty good. There it is. The mounting on it on both sides. Again, not too bad. It's on there nice and tight. Literally shaking the whole car back and forth. I don't know if you can see that in the front tire. Okay, phone's deciding not to focus. But yeah, not bad. It does have some gnarly swirls. I'm going to see if I can get them polished out real quick. But we'll see. I don't know. They're pretty rough on here. Again, you're supposed to color match them. It's a paint to match thing, but I don't know. I'm not really too pressed to get them color matched. I might order. There is 3 left in the country. This was one of them. So now there's 2 left in the country. I might buy this other one for 99 bucks and just kind of keep it, just because I maybe want to get this one color matched and keep one black, you know what I mean? I just don't know how the color match one would look with the black pillars. I don't know if it would clash too much. The only thing that I'm thinking as of right now, but I'm gonna rock it, is see how this is more dull and this is more shiny. Again, I don't know. I'm really nitpicking because it's not matching the trim, as you can see, but it's not the end of the world. Maybe I'll scuff this up and paint it. I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll try and see if I can get this thing polished out just so the swirls aren't in it as bad. But I just don't know how it would look all color matched. That's the only thing. So anyway, that's that, and we'll go from there. So this is accessory number 2. Okay, here is accessory number 3. This is a GM accessory, and it is a step shield, they call it. Been sitting on the shelf since September 8th, 2000. Any part number that, where the heck is the thing? Whatever. Same part number on here. You're more than welcome to try and find some. I couldn't find any on eBay, but this one dealer in Ohio had them. So basically, these go to cover up your rocker panel. So like where you drag your feet on the rocker panel, this is just to protect it. That's it. Got some 3M tape on there. These are for the back, and then these 2 are for the front. I'm betting that these alcohol prep pads are dried up, but we're going to give them a shot. We're going to get them installed here. Here's the instructions. It's pretty simple. You just tuck this lip here under the rubber door gasket, and then you just peel this and you just push it down flat, push some pressure on it, and then you're done. Very simple to install these, and it'll protect from scratches and all kinds of stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and get these things installed. Okay, and now they are installed. So I'll show you. This is the front. They line up perfectly with that little trim piece here. So that one end there, and that's where it starts. And it goes all the way up to that other end there and stops. So it's protecting exactly where you're dragging your feet, sliding your feet in. Now they're dirty, but you get the point. It'll protect it from scratches and stuff like that. And they have the little GM on them. So again, it's a pretty cool thing. I mean, it's gimmicky, but it will work, you know what I mean? The back, here's the back again, lines up with this piece of trim, and it has the GM. So again, gimmicky, yes, but it'll do its job and protect people from sliding and dragging your feet on it. So that is accessory number 3. On to the next. Okay, and here is the next accessory. So these are mud flaps, which again, I was kind of hesitant to buy these. I had them on my green Blazer. They were okay. They weren't the same ones. They were body molded ones, like they contoured to the fenders and the bumperettes in the back. They were okay. I don't know. Mud flaps are kind of a good thing and a bad thing to me. Like, I'm not really too crazy with how they look, but they do protect the body, and I do plan to get this thing repainted and put a lot of money into the body, so I don't know. I think these, again, since they are a GM accessory, I don't mind, you know, putting them on, and they do say Blazer. They had two options. They had one with just a bow tie, and then these with Blazer. So I figured the Blazer, I don't know. It might say too much Blazer on it now, but it is what it is. I think these are pretty cool. There's part numbers for you. These are not body molded. They're just regular plain Jane plastic ones that you have to drill holes into this to line up with the fender and the bumperette. Comes with the screws. Obviously I got 4 of them. Yeah, I don't know. Cool accessory. Not too shabby, I guess. Only unfortunate thing is I'm not going to be putting these on until I get the car back from body work and paint, just because there's a little teaser, but I want to find Trailblazer Edition side skirts for it. And the Trailblazer Edition side skirts have this fender extension piece, which I want to be able to match these holes up, or I want to be able to only have to drill this once, so that it matches up to the fender extension rather than match up to the non-fender extension fenders. So I'm just gonna, I mean, I could just put the back on, but I feel like that would look stupid. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put these aside for now and put them on when I get the car back from paint and body, so that I only have to drill these once, so I can line them up with the fender extensions due to those skirts. So again, quick little rundown, but that's the plan. These will stay in the package till a later date once it's done the paint and body. Here's the back side. Just gives you some instructions and how to line everything up and how to install everything. So that's about it. Yeah, so there you go. Gonna put these in my little stash pile and keep them until it is done with the paint and body work. Well guys, I think we're going to end the video here for all the GM accessories. We got quite a few. Granted, there are probably 2 more that I still want. One is a little bit more labor intensive. I wanted the oil block heater, but you have to take the freeze plug out of the block, drain the coolant. I think I'm going to hold off on that until I do the radiator and the water pump. Maybe I'll buy it in the meantime and I'll tag it, or I'll mention it in another video when I'm doing that stuff. That was one other thing, and then the other thing that I wanted was the battery heater. As gimmicky as that sounds, is actually a thing. It's like a little sleeve that goes around the battery, and you can plug it in and it heats and warms the battery for winter time. Will I ever use it? Probably not. But I always thought it would probably be cool to have. I mean, I just wanted to have all these accessories because you could still somehow manage to find them. I might buy that one. That one's like 20 bucks. I just don't know if I'm gonna, like I said, use it. So do I really need it? You know what I mean? It's cheap enough to the point where I could buy it and it not matter. But anyway, so aside from that, we got the door sill kick panels, which come in handy. I don't really have to worry about other people sliding their feet in, front and rear. Let me grab this. And then we obviously got the rear spoiler. I did, however, paint these bolts black just to make it blend in a little bit more. That's holding up well. And then we also, sorry about that, we also got the Blazer floor mats, which they're currently under this, but there they are. I just have them out currently because I was cleaning the inside, so I just threw them back here to kind of keep them clean while I was cleaning the regular mats. Don't mind the back, like I said, I was just cleaning it and conditioning all the leather seats and stuff. But yeah, we got, okay, well, sorry, my phone glitched out. And the last thing, which is not installed on the car, are the Blazer mud flaps. Like I said, I did manage to find those Trailblazer Edition skirts, so those will be going on not until probably next year sometime, unfortunately, just because I want to buy some other stuff. Notice how I pointed to the hood. I still want to do that, and plus I want to get this whole thing, like I don't think I've mentioned it, but I'm planning to get this thing repainted, as well as putting some other things. I mean, I might as well just say it doesn't matter. You guys will see the video. Cow hood, I bought a Bravada bumper, I have the Trailblazer Edition side skirts, and obviously I have the Envoy rear bumper, so it'll kind of tie it all in together. So yeah, I mean, that's, aside from that, those mud flaps will go on once I put those on, just because I don't want to have to drill twice in those mud flaps, and I can just drill them right into the, because the Trailblazer Edition skirts have a piece that attaches to the fender and that comes down. Notice how I'm gonna wait. Yeah, not too pretty. I want to touch on this. That, sure, it might have been bubbling, but it was definitely not through last year when I bought this. So I don't know what the hell happened. It's literally that road salt. That stuff eats through stuff. It might have been bubbling when I bought it, but now it's like showing. So, but anyway, like I said, the fender extension comes down, and I want to bolt the mud flap to that. So that's my goal. You guys will see that once I'm prepping this thing for the body shop. But yeah, other than that, I just figured I'd make a little closure clip here for these GM accessories that somehow you can still manage to get over 20 years later. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this video was entertaining, and if anybody wants any specific part numbers to any of the parts, let me know. And if you see one in the last clip, when I was showing you them all listed on the computer, if anybody wants one, just describe what you want, and I'll do my best to grab the part number, and maybe can find some locations to where they're at. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.